generally speaking, when people talk about mental health, they talk about living or experiencing a certain quality of life. Like if I was to ask you, like when people say that they have issues with mental health, what are the things that they're often citing in regards to having proof of the negativity in regards to their mental health? Often I hear things like anxiety, depression, emotions, really. And I think that when we talk about mental, you're listening to me talk right now, watching this video. So you experiencing that, you perceiving this moment right now, listening to me talk, is your personal experience of this event. That is your perception, that is your perspective, that is your personal awareness. The reason I'm saying that is because when we talk about mental health, people often associate their mental and their mentality with their mental health. And the reason why I think that's important and poignant in this thing that we're talking about is because if a person assumes that their mentality is the entirety of their being, that would mean that everything they experience as a person is who they are. So when people are expressing discomfort with their mental health and saying like a person suffering from anxiety, a person suffering from depression, that would mean that the person would then define themselves as the experience they're having. So allow me to say this a little bit differently. If a person's experiencing depression, and if they believe they're having a mental health problem, and they believe that their mentality is who they are as an individual, that would mean that they would become depression. They are depressed. When the reality is that people that experience depression are people experiencing an emotion. And I'll ask you, like, how many emotions can you experience in one day? Tons and tons of emotions. Emotions are constantly shifting. For you to believe that you are the negativity that you're experiencing, to me, is a mental problem, because it is impossible for you to become an emotion that you're experiencing in a moment. You are a person experiencing happiness. You never become a happy. Now, why am I bringing this up? Why am I talking about this? Because people are walking around talking about anxiety and depression, complaining about their mental health, when the real problem is them having emotional health issues. And when you recognize it as an emotional health problem, you gain distance from it because you're more than the emotions that you're experiencing.